Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Triangle Strategy. Just finished the Safeguarding the Roselle battle, and we are going to move on here.
Serenoa, making a valiant stand in defense of the Rosellan village, slays Silvio Tellior. Word of their disobedience reaches the Holy One, who sends an army to conquer the heretics. With the enemy only a day's march from their doorstep, House Wolford and the Roselle scramble to mount one last stand. Time is of the essence.
Okay, looks like we've got a exploration phase right away. I'm going to go to the encampment though here because we are able to promote another one of these characters. That's cute. Alright, let's see. Who do we have left? It's either, oh, it's Roland and Frederica. Well, I already know who's going to get promoted then. Fire Eater and Pillars of Fire.
Disappoint.
Let's see here. Hang on a sec. What does she get last here? Magic Ablaze. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I guess the next Mental Mock battle is available. Oops. I haven't looked at the storyline battle, the rewards for a while. Extra large HP recovery power, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's been available for a while. Wow. Yeah, I guess even way back in General of Laura's Assault. Oh, look at Chaos of Battle. 4,000 coins and then a large HP recovery pellet. That's kind of nice. I'll be doing that one eventually here. Actually, yeah, probably actually this video. Also, so there was an upgrade item as well. It looks like it's only Groma left, huh? For the leather? Okay. Alright, let's do that, I guess. And then let's see what she gets here. Increased damage dealt by cross counter or increases damage dealt by follow-up attacks. Which one is cross counter? Let's see here. Roster. I probably don't even have it yet. Yeah, don't even have it yet. 27. Wow, that's really far away. So I guess probably doesn't make sense to upgrade that quite yet. Whoops. At least not that one, right? Because I think it's an either or. So maybe that'll be good later. Yeah, because we could change it later. Yes, let's just do the follow-up one. Increase the speed, and looks like that is all we can do for now. Actually, maybe even her evasion would have been... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Evasion is pretty bad at this point. I mean, she's level 14. She's probably not really going to be evading much at all. Alright, let's get out of here and do this exploration phase. Oh yeah, this one's kind of goofy. Serenoa wonders what recourse is left for them, knowing that not much time remains until the Byzantine army arrives.
So that's the size of it. House Wolford has gone to such great lengths for us.
It was our decision and ours alone. Your people brought nothing upon us.
It is as Serenoa says. We are happy to do all that we can to protect you.
Forgive me, Lady Frederica, but your mother was Lady Orlea, was she not? You came to our rescue just as she did. I cannot help but feel 'twas fated to be so.
You knew my mother?
Where did you hear of this, Jerome? I've told you not a whit about her.
I overheard whispers between my mother and father long ago. Why would the elders labor to keep such information secret?
Well, truth be told, we feared being persecuted anew.
And so your greatest fears have come true. Pray, hide no longer, and tell Lady Frederica what you know.
You know the history of Hyzant's oppression of the Roselle, yes? Then you know of the Rosellan revolt that occurred 30 years ago. Your mother, Lady Orlea, led that uprising at the source. She led us to freedom from Hyzant's rule, here to the Wolfort domain. She was a woman of great courage. She even left a sizable gash upon the goddess's statue as we departed.
The statue that stands tall in the source. I've never heard tell of this gash.
I reckon not. Hyzant would never admit to such a thing. But we, Roselle, know the truth.
I had no idea my mother was involved with the revolt, let alone led it.
And it was my father who gave them this land to settle.
That he did. Lady Orlea, for her part, vowed to fight on, to liberate those who remained in Hyzant. The rest of us, battered and bruised in the escape, parted ways with her, and remained here to live out our days in peace.
And so she eventually found her way to Esfrost, where she was taken in. I thank you for sharing such a wonderful chapter of my mother's history.
I hear she rallied the people to her cause with these words. The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
How much of this have you heard?
Hold. I beg you, recite those words once more.
The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
So there exists a key that gives the lie to the goddess's teachings. With that in hand, we can yet confront Hyzant.
Pray tell, good elder, what might it look like?
Alas, I fear I do not know.
I know not to what they were referring, but my parents always said Lady Orlea left it in this village.
Then the key is here. Jerome, please. We would speak with your parents at once.
I'm afraid that's not possible. They both passed many moons ago.
We must find this key, Lord Serenoa. I know it sounds like a fool's errand, but I feel we have no other choice.
I agree. 'Tis a slight hope, but hope nonetheless. Let the search begin.
Alright, we know the key is in this village, though precisely what form it takes still eludes us. I need more information. If the key does indeed remain in the village, I will find it. I must. Here's another cat. Actually, I think this is the same cat that we've already interacted with, but... whenever I look at my children, I'm reminded that we cannot bow to Hyzant's demands. Ranged HP recovery pellet ×2. Something special in the village? If what you seek is old, the elder may know of it. I cling to the truth that Lady Orlea's last great hope for us lay in this very village. I wish it to be true from the bottom of my heart. Anna says, is the legend so old it's been forgotten, or is someone keeping something from us? They leave us no choice but to upend the village in our search. That's right, throw up the tables. Just gonna break it all. Let's see here. Ah, that's what I thought. Nope, we're not going to end the exploration. I need to sell some iron here. I've never seen a pelt this color before. You're looking for something old? I seem to recall seeing a rather old-looking mirror behind the Elder's house. It was quite brilliant all those years ago, but I'm sure it has rusted over by now. Dang it. Alright, Eridor says the Roselle have a long, dark history of being oppressed, and I reckon they're none too happy about outsiders like us reminding them of it. Mommy and Daddy are really upset. I'm scared. Alright, let's do this conviction choice. What are you looking for, sir? Is it treasure? Let's see. So, top option is liberty, middle is morality, and bottom is utility. I'm going with liberty here. Why, yes, I'm on a treasure hunt, and you? Are you playing hide and seek? Mm-hmm. But I don't know if there's any treasure in our village. Unless, are you looking for me? Mommy and Daddy sometimes call me the bestest treasure. Well, they're certainly right about that. Unfortunately, I don't believe you're the treasure I'm looking for. Here's a silver. That's a weapon upgrade item. Anything special? Well, there is a pelt in Jerum's abode that his parents were quite fond of. We just want to live our lives. Why must we be chased to the ends of the earth? You did this. This is all your fault. Okay, let's see here. So the top option here is utility, middle liberty, bottom morality. I'm going liberty again. Not so. We are all confronting the results of the Rosellan uprising from 30 years ago. Allow me to apologize. Wolfort took us in when we'd nowhere else to go, and I've spat in your face. But you must understand that this feels akin to a death sentence. Fear not, we will find a way through this. Now is the time for strength. Alright, Roland says we should seek out one who knows the legend of the Roselle. That will be our best chance at finding the key. Superior item, or iron times 2. Oh, that's a tier 3 weapon upgrade item. Benedict says, with Orlea's key in hand, we may at long last land a grievous blow against Hyzant. We must speak with the other villagers and learn what they know of it. Let's see, Gila says, there are a number of objects within the village that could qualify as the key we are looking for. Anything special or unusual in the village? Not that I've ever heard of. What was Mother trying to say? Serenoa, we have to find that key. And Hewitt says, I know we mean to search the village, but what are we searching for? There we go, finally. It's an old rusty mirror. Ah, yes, that's the one. Pray wait a moment, I'll polish it for you. There, isn't it beautiful? My word, the designs on this mirror are exquisite. I had no idea the rust hid such splendor. Perhaps this mirror is the key that will show us the way forward. Alright, so there's the mirror. Let's go back. Never seen a pelt this color before. Perhaps this is one of Jerome's parents took such a liking to. Perhaps this pelt is the key that will show us the way forward. It is not. Spoiler alert. Alright, so let's go inside the Elder's house here. There's Azure Crystal. I into the encampment here real quick. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go. Need to redo some of my upgrades here. Chroma. What did I do for her? Speed. And follow-up damage. So at this point, the Azure Crystal is available, which means that we can upgrade Serenoa's weapon. I think it's just his. Let me see here. Oh, nope. Roland as well. It's just those two? Okay, well, that makes that decision really easy. So let's upgrade Serenoa's. And then, so with those two superior iron, we can actually upgrade, you know, a few different things. You can finish off some of the characters like T2 weapon upgrades, but I don't think that that's really worth it. You know, recover HP when you defeat an enemy as a passive. This is pretty nuts. 1 TP to allies within range, though. That seems like I might want to go with that route instead. Let me just see here. Roland actually, I want to say maybe his weapon ability is pretty good. So not everybody's weapon ability is that good. I think I am going to do Serenoa's, though. That's pretty huge. 1 TP to all allies within range is nice. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion, as of right now anyway, to upgrade any of the, like, you know, like, again, I could do, like, Yulio's weapon damage or, like, his, max HP by 15 by using a superior iron, but I don't think that that's worth it. Yeah, let's do the Under Convictions banner. I'm, you know, because I massively over-leveled Serenoa, I've been actually trying now to not use him much in combat, and so, you know, giving him something like this will mean that, you know, basically he's just powering the allies to do the work. So yeah, I think we'll do that. I do have the silver. I might just give that to Medina. Yeah, let's do that. Physical defense up, movement up, speed, and she actually has really good upgrades, like really good. Yeah. Speed, movement, and physical defense. Man. Okay. That is it. Let's go back and finish this exploration phase. Right. So we need to talk to the Elder now. I know nothing of any key, and you'll find nothing of any import in my home. Actually, no, that's not true. We found that Azure Crystal, dude. We took such great lengths to flee the source, yet our past continues to haunt us. Perhaps we are tainted after all. No, sir, don't believe it. Alright, so after you talk to the Elder, we need to talk to Benedict. I wonder why the village elder would so vehemently deny the key's existence. I should almost like to search his home myself, preferably while he is away, though I know he would not grant such a request from the likes of me. Which means he might grant that request from someone like Frederica. I should like to search the elder's home, but I know he'll never grant me permission. It pains me to ask you this, but might you be able to draw him out of his house for a moment? Ordinarily, I would not stand for deceiving an old man, but I agree that this may be the only chance we get. Elder, forgive me, but may I speak with you outside for a moment? An audience outside with Lady Frederica? To what do I owe the honor, and what would you ask of me? May very well find what we seek in the Elder's home. And we go right to the middle and examine the floor here. A box hidden beneath the rug. It would seem the Elder did have something to hide. Perhaps this rock is the key that will show us the way forward. Alright, we learned about the pink rock. Let's head back outside here. May very well find. Okay, yeah. So I think at this point we can just. Afraid I have nothing. Afraid I have none to tell, my dear. I endeavor to forget the past. Okay. All right. That should be it. Let me just see here. Yeah, I think we're good to go now. Let's do this. End the exploration.
Elder, for the sake of the Roselle, I've come to speak with you about the key.
Lord Serenoa, I am not one to speak in metaphor and code. I bid you tell me precisely what it is you seek.
Okay, we're going to offer the pink rock.
Could this pink rock be the key?
Where did you find that?
So it is the key. What do you know of it?
Clearly I can deceive you no longer. I shall tell you everything.
What is this strange pink rock?
A simple taste shall tell you all you need to know.
My word, it tastes of salt. No, it is salt.
Truly, a rock of salt.
Indeed, it is. And the story behind it is a long one. This crystal before you was brought here by Lady Orlea.
My mother brought this?
And you knew of this the whole time, Elder?
Yes, but the seeds of conflict ought not to be left in the sun where they are apt to grow. That was our decision.
Are there any other crystals like this?
There are. Lady Orlea spoke of a repository rife with salt, hidden somewhere in Norzelia.
And where might that somewhere be?
Unfortunately, I do not know. And I fear the knowledge passed with Lady Orlea herself.
Do you know anything about this, Lady Frederica? Anything at all? Did your mother ever mention these crystals to you before? It is imperative that you remember.
I apologize, but this is my first time hearing of them as well.
Calm yourself, Benedict. You're scaring the lass.
Calm myself. The very existence of this crystal changes the nature of our realm as we know it. If you have ever wondered why Hyzant oppresses the Roselle or confines them to the source, this is your answer.
So they did it all to hide the existence of the repository and monopolize salt.
And not just that, anyone who finds that repository could reign over all Norzelia.
Would it really have so great an influence?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. It is one of Hyzant's fundamental beliefs. One that, due to their monopoly on both Salt and the Source, has appeared true all these years. But no longer. With this crystal alone, we can prove their doctrine false.
Revealing their absolute teachings to be mere fabrications would shake Hyzant to its very core.
There may be hope for us yet.
A report, my lord. Hyzant's army is on the horizon.
Lord Serenoa, if you would, I should like to be the one to speak to them.
Of course, Benedict. I leave the matter in your capable hands.
Lord Serenoa, how unfortunate it is for us to meet under such circumstances. But for disobeying the Holy One's order, I must strike you down.
Before that, Minister Exham, there is something we wish to show you.
It is a mere fragment of something we have discovered in this village. It is a crystal made entirely of salt.
What madness is this you speak? This is salt, indeed. But how is this possible?
It appears to have been passed down among the Roselle, and in a quantity large enough to rival the Source.
Unbelievable.
Perhaps so, but we have proof. Salt can be found in places other than the sacred grounds beneath the goddess's feet. I am certain the implications do not escape you.
What is it that you want?
An audience with the Holy One, and a guarantee of safety for us and everyone in this village.
It would be a waste to dispose of both the crystal and House Wolford here. Very well then. I shall secure you an audience with the Holy One. And you have my word, the village will be safe from harm.
Thank you, Minister.
Oh, how I wish I could see the Holy One's face contorted so.
We owe our lives to this. A crystal of salt. Or salt crystal, shall we call it?
The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessings spread across all Norzelia. The blessings of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
Can you imagine if crystals like this were hidden beneath the surface of Norzelia?
I cannot imagine Hyzant being blind to their existence. Salt is the lifeblood of their nation.
Agreed. Which leads me to believe that they have relentlessly oppressed the Roselle to hide it.
You intend to negotiate with the Holy One, then?
Correct. This time, we shan't fail. Not with this salt crystal in our hands. Hyzant will swear its support to us.
If their teachings are truly false, could you not ask them to free the Roselle at the source?
That is a risk we cannot afford to take. Our first priority is rebuilding Wolford. Without it, we cannot even hope to protect our own Rosellan village. I do hope you understand.
I see. I suppose you are right.
What will you do once granted those privileges, Benedict?
What will I do?
I tire of being made to decide like this time and time again. Don't you, Serenoa?
I do. Our choices grow ever harder, each time piercing me deeper.
It's time we decide what to do for ourselves. I wish to reclaim Glenbrook. With Hyzant beside us, we can defeat Aesfrost. So when we meet, I will ask the Holy State to go to war with us.
House Wolford protects the Roselle in defiance of the Holy One's orders. Hyzant sends an army to punish Wolford for their disobedience. Cornered though they may be, Serenoa and his comrades discover a crystal of salt, hidden in the Rosellan village. Benedict leverages its very existence in negotiations with the opposing General Exum and succeeds. The crystal holds the power to change not only Hyzant, but the entire land of Norzelia. With it in hand, Serenoa goes to meet the Holy One.
Okay, let's see if there's any side stories. Not looking like it. Says here at the Hierophant's Palace, Serenoa uses the discovery of the salt crystal to gain an audience with Hierophant.
We granted you an audience because of Minister Exham's petition, but I did not expect you to show us this. A crystal made of salt. How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the doctrine here in our blessed land. Or it would, were it real. Have you any proof that this was not created by magic or technology?
Well...
With all due respect, Minister, I have a question for you in return. What do you think of Esfrost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with Hyzant?
I think it nothing more than a threat. Neither would last very long without our salt.
Gustadolf is no fool. Such an edict would not come without proper countermeasures in place. Countermeasures such as another source of salt, for example. Having their own salt would make Hyzant redundant, at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire straits without the salt tax's revenue.
What is it you want from us?
Your full support.
Lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Esfrost, and Hyzant's ties to all nations will remain intact.
You mean to start a war? The Kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your homeland. You understand this, yes?
We do.
Even so, my people do not wish for war. We must try to resolve this peacefully first.
Do you think Gustadolf can be reasoned with? Need I remind you that it was he who invaded Glenbrook? He is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Be that as it may, neither my people nor soldiers will accept it as a reason to go to war.
Then I shall give you one. For I am the second son of King Regna. Roland Glenbrook.
You live. There is no mistaking that face.
Huh. So the prince lives to slay his kingdom's invader. We could not ask for a better reason.
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be me. We must stop Gustadolf.
It all makes sense now. O Holy One, have you heard? Pray, tell me what you would have us do. It shall be done. Wolfort, Prince Roland, heed the words of the Holy One. The holy state of Hyzant stands with you. The Holy One would see you defeat Esfrost and restore peace to Norzelia. Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against Gustadolf. From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander, and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
Me? A saint?
We are brethren now. We ride to war together.
Well, would you look at that? We secured Hyzanth's support, and you even got yourself named one of the Saintly Seven.
We also received a signed document stating the Roselle in Wolford are left in our care.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf. My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all. And for that I must apologize.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown.
I've decided that I must press forward, even if it means crawling forth on my hands and knees. I ask for your support as always. I know I will need it.
And you shall have it. I am with you every step of the way, my lord.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
No. My apologies for worrying you.
Now, to battle! We take back Glenbrook with our own hands!
Okay. Oops. Yeah, looks like we've got a little side story here at Central Hyzant. It says the Saintly Seven discussed their earlier council and the possibilities on the horizon.
Did you know about this Salt Crystal exam?
No. Neither did I know of Prince Roland's survival. I thought he had perished.
Likewise. What did you make of the Holy One's decree?
Hyzant is a grand nation, but unfortunately not one blessed with a bountiful harvest of anything other than salt. Were we not able to trade, there is no doubt our nation would wither to naught. We've relied solely on salt for much too long, and that reality was made painfully clear to us.
Harsh words, but true nonetheless. Do you think we can triumph over Esfrost?
Mark my words, Minister Camso. There is no fight Exham Marshal cannot win.
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Elfric to House Wolfort.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Esfrosti ship or two.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How ironic.
How dare you!
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
Alright, here's the next main story at Whiteholm Castle. It says a missive arrives from Sigris alerting Gustadolf to dangers back home.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sigris's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
Death Snell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If we're to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft. Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzant's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work completed. With it, we shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders. There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to Hyzant my final demands.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalos, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need to ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their purpose is served.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
Alright, that is it for this one. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.